I'm divorcing him. I can't live on his pathetic salary anymore. Those were her exact words. She wasn't whispering, she wasn't crying, she was laughing. In her mother's kitchen, glass of wine in hand, 2 chairs down from me, thinking I couldn't hear them through the wall. She forgot I fixed that wall. I knew where sound leaked. She also forgot I stopped reacting months ago. She thought she'd won. She thought I didn't hear her mother say, "Get everything. He's too soft to fight." She thought I didn't notice the sudden switch from her dead bedroom to gentle touches, fake smiles, and forced dinners. She thought I was weak. We weren't always like that. 3 years ago, she used to iron my shirts while humming love songs. She said she admired how grounded I was. I was a mechanical engineer, solid job, not flashy, but stable. She said that was sexy. Then her friends married lawyers, executives, CEOs' sons. Suddenly, stability became mediocrity. Love turned into comparison. I gave her comfort. She wanted luxury. When her influencer cousin visited, she introduced me as a small-time engineer, but really sweet. That was the first knife. But I smiled and took notes. The real betrayal hit me on a Thursday night. I found a printout in the kitchen drawer. She didn't know printer's log history. A list titled Divorce Strategy. Subpoints: Demand house. Alimony. Don't mention his private fund. He'll never use it. She knew. She knew I had a private investment portfolio, one I built before we married, and she told her lawyer I didn't. Why? Because if I never mentioned it in court, it wasn't marital property. She counted on me playing dumb, so I did. I started documenting everything, silent, calculated. I installed an app on her phone, disguised as a calendar widget, recorded conversations, synced her messages. I watched her rehearse her speech in front of the mirror. I can't keep pretending. I've sacrificed too much. She practiced crying for court. She told her friends she'd win the house, the money, and sympathy. Said, "He'll thank me for taking it all. He's too much of a coward to fight." I smiled and played the part. When her lawyer reached out with the divorce terms, I agreed immediately. No contest, no resistance. She grinned as she slid the papers toward me. "Thank you for not making this harder," she said. "You deserve everything," I replied, and signed. She didn't know what I meant by everything. A week later, she moved into the house. My house. The deed she thought she'd claimed. I let her settle in. Then I triggered the clause. 3 years ago, before we married, I placed the house under a shell company, owned by a trust. That trust was tied to my private fund, the one she claimed didn't exist. Her name was never on the trust. She never thought to ask. I waited a month, long enough for her to redecorate, repaint, and rejoice. Then I had the company serve her a notice. Tenant eviction, property reclamation in 15 days. She called her lawyer, panicked. He didn't know either. I had a letter delivered to him, handwritten, one line. "You should have asked about the fund." He called her. I listened in. His voice was shaking. "Why didn't you tell me about this? Why didn't you read the letter they just sent me?" She screamed. She called me. "What are you doing? This is my house now." "No," I said calmly. "It was never yours." She tried to fight it, tried to play victim in front of friends. But I released the audio. The fake crying practice, the divorce strategy list, her own words. "He's too soft to fight." Suddenly, sympathy dried up. No one likes a manipulator with a wine glass and a plan. I walked back into my house exactly 16 days later. The paint was still fresh. The smell of her perfume still lingered. But she was gone. And so was the mask. No more pretending. I didn't ruin her. I didn't need to. She'd already built her empire on lies. All I did was let the foundation crack. She moved in with her mother. No house, no alimony, no assets. And me? I stayed quiet, never gloated, never posted, just lived. People think silence means weakness, but silence is strategy. I let her believe I was powerless. I let her dig the hole. And then I handed her the shovel. She wanted to leave a mark on me, but in the end, it was her reflection that shattered. I walked away with everything, and not a single drop of regret.